Yo, 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 another guitar lesson here for you. So this one's going to be just a little bit of a, excuse me, like more of a cerebral, I think that's the word, lesson. We're just gonna talk about something I've noticed with all the lessons I've taught and something I've noticed with myself too. And this is just a way to get the most, I guess it's the way to be the most efficient while you're playing guitar. Efficient as in I guess intentional. So I've boiled it down to basically two different mindsets when I'm playing guitar. And you can and the analogy I'm going to use here is classroom and playground. So, in the classroom, when I'm wanting to learn something new or just develop more as a musician, as more as a guitar player, I'm going to be doing things like maybe working with my metronome, working on my rhythm, maybe really focused on the intellectual side of music, checking out new patterns, new scales, and challenging myself in a way that is going to help me see the fretboard better. And actually, it allows me to have more fun on the playground. And so it's really important because there's a lot of students that are at a certain point, they've gotten to a certain point, and they just play, they're kind of stuck on the playground. They don't really want to learn anything new. They just want to keep playing, but then they're kind of disenchanted because they just keep playing the same things over and over again. And a lot of times I attract a lot of these students when they're ready to learn because, I enjoy teaching. I enjoy being in the classroom, quote unquote, and I enjoy nerding out with that kind of stuff. And then I can watch these students who have been seemingly stuck for a while kind of blossom because they put a little time in, they put some work in, they spent some time learning new pathways on the fretboard, learning new chords, learning new ideas, and they now when they play, it's much more rewarding. And so that's one side of it. So the other side is going to be the playground. And the playground to me is when I'm not really thinking about music theory. I'm just playing. And this is ideally what's going on when I'm performing. I perform 5 or 6 gigs a month typically. And when I'm playing, when I'm performing, I'm really not. Now, I definitely think about the chords sometimes or what chords coming up and things like that. But typically, I'm not trying to think at all. I'm just trying to express myself and have a lot of fun. In other words, embody that kind of playground mentality. And that's where a lot of magical things happen, things that you wouldn't normally do. And the more work you put into the classroom, the more fun it is. Again, the more fun it is on the playground. Now, on the flip side, if you're only in the classroom and you don't ever allow yourself to enjoy just playing, that also has its fallbacks. Of course, you've got people that are just, can't quite allow themselves to just fully express themselves musically because they're worried about playing the wrong note. They're worried about being in the wrong key. They're worried about X, Y, and Z. A lot of classroom stuff, did I play that correctly? That kind of thing. I mean, and obviously you don't want to be, playing the wrong chords and whatnot. But if you're stuck in the classroom, and I can kind of tell with my students when I talk to them, I can say, hey man, like, I know you're really working hard on these scales, but this week I want you to forget about the scales and I want you to play with some backing tracks and just see if you can lose yourself in the music, and see what happens. You might be surprised to find out that you're able to do some things that you haven't been able to do before. And so it's basically just this kind of dualistic approach here. You've got the classroom, you've got the playground. Now, there is an in-between where you're kind of learning something, but you're not fully engaged, and you're kind of prefer to just kind of mess around, but you're not really letting yourself express yourself fully. That we don't want to be in that place. I've been spent a lot of time there. It's not fruitful whatsoever. It's kind of just almost like musical purgatory, if you want to use that as a reference. And so I've noticed with my playing, I've been playing for over 20 years. When I'm really focused and I'm in the classroom and I'm very efficient at learning things, it's really productive. And I also notice when I'm allowing myself just to be playful and really be a musician, really play music without trying to analyze anything in the moment, just letting myself play. I'm prepared and then play. That is ultimately the goal. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope this lands for some of you. And if it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. Either way, hit me up. I do still have some spots open for lessons. If you're interested at all, I definitely do the online Zoom lessons, and I can work with you directly. But otherwise, peace out.